There's a moment when everything on your to do list feels urgent, and yet somehow you end up doing the one thing that doesn't matter at all. For me, I'm in the middle of prepping for a major life change. I'm moving and I'm selling almost everything I own to become a nomad for a little while. But instead of planning or packing, one night I spent 3 hours deleting old emails, like circa 2013 old. Why? Because I felt completely out of control, and clicking delete and seeing my inbox of 20,000 go down a smidge gave me the illusion that I was making progress. And yes, technically cleaning out my inbox was on my to-do list, but not when I had real deadlines like posting Facebook Marketplace listings or clearing out my apartment or making sure that I didn't completely drop the ball on YouTube. And that's the trap. Everything on your to-do list might matter, but not everything matters right now. Because when every task is competing for your attention, none of them stand out. And when nothing stands out, it is so easy to lose hours to tasks that make you feel busy but leave you further from what actually matters. Hey, I'm Tracy, and in this video, I'll share the system that finally helped me break that cycle and stay focused, even when everything feels chaotic. So if your brain ever jumps from one task to another like it's playing hot potato, this might just help you too. So when your brain is spinning with 100 tabs open, even a simple to-do list can feel like a personal attack. You write things down to get clarity, but then you look at the list and think, cool, I need to do all of that right now. And when everything feels equally important, it's hard to see where to start. So you either try to do it all or you avoid it altogether and latch onto whatever gives you a quick hit of control. And the problem isn't just with overwhelm, it's that we haven't decided what matters most. So that's when I started using a system that actually stuck, one that gave my day structure without putting me into productivity panic mode. I call it the triple M method, short for minimum, momentum, and maximum. And honestly, it's the first system I've used that makes it clear what a successful day actually looks like. It tells me what matters most, what moves things forward, and what can wait. So I'm not spending the day guessing or reacting. Just knowing what done enough looks like before the day even starts has taken so much pressure off. It's a way for me to turn a mile long to do list into focused, actionable steps. So, to get started, I do a brain dump and create what I call my to do list bank. I put everything in there, stuff I need to do, want to do, probably should get around to doing. There's big things and small things and totally random things I keep forgetting. It's just a place to get everything out of my head so I'm not carrying it all around mentally. And that alone gives me some breathing room. Then from that bank, I pull just a few things into each category for the day ahead. Minimum. These are the non negotiables. If I only do these, then the day is still considered a win. Momentum. These aren't urgent, but they help build progress. They keep the ball rolling, especially on those bigger projects that don't get done in one sitting. And then there's maximum, and these are for the high focus days. So if I have time and energy after I've knocked out all of the essentials, then this is where I go next. And each section has a purpose. So minimum keeps me grounded, momentum keeps me moving, and maximum stretches me, but only if I have the capacity for it. Now, I decide these before the day starts, usually the night before when I'm more clear headed and not as overwhelmed. And that part really matters because if I wait until I'm already tired or anxious, then I'll default to the easiest thing, even if it's not the most important, like organizing my koozie collection. This system helps me pause in those moments. And now, when I feel the urge to do something that feels productive but isn't, I just check my triple M list and the decision's already been made. There's no overthinking, there's no negotiating. I just do what I already said matters. And there's one extra layer that makes a big difference. I like to write a short note beside each task on why it matters. For example, post the chair on Marketplace because every dollar is going towards my dream of freedom, or walk 3 miles because I'm training for the Camino de Santiago and consistency matters. It's a small detail, but it really keeps me motivated, especially on the days I don't feel like doing anything. And the best part is once I finish my minimum list, I've already won for the day. I can stop there and feel good about it, guilt free even. I can relax or watch TV or, yes, delete emails if I'm up for it. But it's no longer coming from avoidance, it's coming from choice. But if I still have energy, I don't have to wonder what to do next. I just move into the momentum or maximum tiers. There's no decision fatigue, no guesswork. The path is already mapped. It's not about doing it all, it's just about doing what matters in the order that makes sense. And once I started working this way, the whole day felt more manageable. It gave me space to focus on what I was doing instead of stressing about everything that I wasn't. In my last video, I talked about something called the if then trap. It's the belief that we'll finally be happy after we hit some milestone. If I finish my to do list, if I sell all my stuff, if I get everything figured out, then life will be good. And if you missed that one, I'll link it here. But here's what's interesting, research shows it's actually the other way around. A study by psychologists Killingsworth and Gilbert, they tracked thousands of people using an app. And throughout the day, it would ping them and ask two things: what are you doing? And are you paying attention to it? What they found was so simple but powerful. People were happier when they were present, even during mundane or stressful tasks or things like commuting or cleaning or working. Being focused on what they were doing made them feel better. What made people unhappy wasn't the task itself, it was just mentally being somewhere else, lost in thought or wishing it was already over. And that's another benefit of the triple M system. It helps you stop chasing the next thing and start being with the thing right in front of you. And that study reminded me of something I read in Chop Wood, Carry Water. In the story, the main character wants to become a samurai warrior, but instead of being handed a bow and arrow, he's told to chop wood and carry water over and over every day, because that is the training. They reference a Zen Buddhist saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it's a reminder to fall in love with the process, even when it's boring or repetitive or unglamorous. And it's not because it gets you to the goal faster, but because it's what shapes who you become along the way. That idea changed the way I look at my to do list. And suddenly, writing a listing or taking a walk or organizing a drawer isn't just a task to check off, it's a moment to practice being present. It's a way to keep showing up for the life I say I want. And that mindset showed up for me again the other day. So I'm currently training for the Camino de Santiago, so I try to walk at least 3 miles a day. But on this particular day, it was pouring outside, so I had to use the treadmill. And for the first 10 minutes, I was just staring at the screen, watching every point zero mile tick by. It felt like punishment. But then I caught myself. This was one of my minimums for the day. I had already decided it mattered. So I stopped watching the countdown and just dropped in. I started focusing on my stride and my breath and remembered why I was doing it. And even though nothing about the treadmill changed, the entire experience did. It felt quieter and more grounded, even satisfying. And that's what this system is helping me do, be present even when I'd rather fast forward. That's the shift this system helped me make, from powering through tasks to actually participating in them, from defaulting to what feels urgent to choosing what actually matters. And you don't need a big dramatic change to feel less scattered. You just need a simple way to take the pressure off and bring a little more intention to your day. So here's your invitation. Tomorrow, try this. Start with a brain dump and get everything out of your head and onto the page. And then to ease into it, just pick one task for each tier. Minimum, the one thing that, if done, makes the day a win. Momentum, something that keeps you moving forward. And maximum, a stretch goal if you've got the time and energy. And under each one, write a quick line about why it matters to you, not just for motivation, but for meaning. And that's what turns a to do list into a tool for presence. And that's what helps you stop chasing the next thing and actually live this one. So if this gave you something to think about, share it with someone whose brain also feels like a browser with too many tabs open. If you missed my video on the if then trap, I'll link it here. That one lays the foundation for everything we talked about today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.